Hey guys, welcome back to week 3 of January What Sold video. And I am going to jump in. If you're new here, welcome. I resell part-time on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. And I'm going to share with you guys all the items that have sold from January, 17th to the 23rd. And so the first item is this vintage 80s navy blue dress, women's, and it's a white trim sailor collar long sleeve pleated, size 18. So this one I picked up for this style. I figured, and it was before Halloween, so I figured, maybe for Halloween somebody would want it for a costume. But either way, I had a feeling somebody would pick it up just for the style alone. But yeah, so fun. And this one I paid, I picked it up September 13th last year. I paid $6.89. Posted it October 6th to all 4 apps. It sold on eBay on January 17th. It sold for $59.99. So like things like this, keep an eye out. If you see anything that's kind of like vintage, that's like a costumey aesthetic, like if you think somebody can like use it for like a cosplay costume or something like that, it might be worth picking up. This one was so cute because I'm thinking of like Sailor Moon, or like there's different like keywords you can use for it. So anyways, I made a profit of $43.32 for that one. My next item is a FedEx uniform sweatshirt, quarter zip, which quarter zips are super popular right now. Quarter zip, pullover, long sleeve, regular size, large. Also, with the weather being pretty bad right now, it's January, I figured this would have an easy time selling because it's a nice pullover sweatshirt and it's a work uniform. And perk, I just picked this one up at the Goodwill bins on December 29th, and I happened to go into a Walmart, I think within a week. I was at a Walmart store. I almost want to say it was the same day, actually. And the guy, yeah, it was exactly the same day I picked this up. That's so funny. I was trying to remember because I was down in Houston. I went to the bins in Houston, and the only time I've been in, I went into the Walmart down there to grab my daughter something because she had messaged me. She was like, "Can you bring this home?" But anyways, and a FedEx guy walks in, and he was wearing the exact sweatshirt I had just found in the bins. So I thought that was pretty funny. But anyways, my average cost at the bins was $2.16 per item. So that's how much I had invested. I posted it January 14th to all the apps. It sold on Poshmark January 17th in 3 days. So it was really fast sale, and it sold for $32. I made a profit of $23.09. My next item is this Disney men's gray hoodie, size XL, and I just thought it was fun. The graphic was in excellent condition. The jacket was in excellent condition without any staining. Basically looked brand new. So that's kind of the reason I went ahead and grabbed it, just because I figured somebody that likes Disney or might be going to Disney would want to wear this. It was a good size. So yeah, I picked this one up at Goodwill on August 18th. I paid $3.99. I posted it on all the apps on September 17th. It sold on Depop January 17th. So that one took, 4 months to sell, and it only sold for $20. So it wasn't like a big flip, but I did make $14.51. The next item is also not the best sale, but I was testing out belts. I think I'll be more picky on getting belts in the future, but they do sell. Some of them definitely sell for more. Some don't. So this was a men's belt, 48 plus 2-inch silver buckle, manufactured tool, brown basket weave. And it just, you can see it has like a little like basket weave look. And I think it just wasn't in the best condition, but it still was a decent belt. But I'm thinking that's why somebody bought it. I don't know. So I took some really good pictures to kind of show like what it looked like, etc. And then it had some markings, but they were faded, so it was really hard to like read the brand, so I couldn't tell what brand it was. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. And then that one I picked up at Goodwill on May 17th last year, and I paid $2.39. Posted it June 14th to Poshmark and eBay only. It sold on Poshmark January 18th for $12. So I only earned $5.78. Okay, and then my next item is a pretty good sale. So this one is a women's, the brand is 3B West, and it's a suede western style jacket with turquoise studded fringe, tan and black small, and I put flaw because there's stains on the back. I tried to take this to get it cleaned professionally. It says like dry cleaning or something. I took it to the dry cleaners and dropped it off, and then I got a message from them saying they couldn't clean it. So I don't know, like I couldn't go find, because we live out in the country, so the nearest like biggest city is like an hour's drive away. And then to go to a bigger city, it's a couple hours. I don't typically go to a bigger city, so I'm sure if I did research, I could have found the right place to take it to. But I figured, because I sat on it for so long, like I literally had this for months and months before I posted it, that I decided I was just going to go ahead and post it as is, and then put a note. So I did write flaws, stain on back as shown, and I put, I could not find a dry cleaner near me that would work on it, sold as is. Just so that somebody realizes if they can find the correct dry cleaners that would actually clean it, that they could actually maybe flip it, make it, you know, they're just going to get a better deal on it than what I would have originally been able to sell it for. So I was able to sell it, make a profit, and get my money back essentially. And then they can maybe take it to a dry cleaners and have a good deal. So yeah, there's the stains. It looked like, I don't know. I really don't know what kind of stains this is. It's on leather. It's a nice leather, suede-ish leather. I don't know why these pictures aren't working, but anyways, so this item I picked up at an estate sale, actually in the town where I live. In fact, my daughter knew the lady that passed away. She used to work with her. But yeah, I happened upon the estate sale one day. I didn't know who it was. Like, I just happened to pop in because I seen the signs when I was driving through town, and I was like, I'm going to run over to the estate sale. And I did grab a few items. So this item I actually paid $20 for. I posted it, I picked it up in August last year, posted it December 8th to all the apps. It sold on Depop January 18th for $70, and I made a profit of $46.67. And then the next item is a Pampered Chef stainless steel mini slotted spatula. And these, I like these. I already have one for myself because I used to sell Pampered Chef a long time ago. So if I ever needed another one, they're pretty easy to find. I seem to find them. I already have another one posted for sale as well. And then this one sold. So yeah, I figured there's a lot of people that like Pampered Chef. And honestly, Pampered Chef stuff's pretty expensive to buy it brand new. So, and then they pay shipping on top of it. So it's much cheaper just to buy it used if you don't care that it's used. So anyways, this item I picked up at Goodwill on July 20th. I paid $1.39, posted it August 21st to Poshmark and eBay. I did add it to Depop and Mercari. Actually, it's probably just on Mercari because Depop doesn't allow us to put certain things on there. So I haven't been putting stuff on Depop as much. But it sold on Mercari on January 18th, which is the best case scenario because they take pretty much less fees, I think. It sold for $8 and it was $1.32. I guess that's probably about average. eBay would probably be about the same as far as fees go. So I did earn a profit of $5.29. So again, that's not really a big thing, but if I can kind of pad my sales with smaller little items like this, they don't take up a lot of space either, which is kind of nice. The next item, I guess I didn't click on it. So this is a Semitech case fan, 120 millimeters, white, RGB. Anyways, it's a reverse flow set of 3 computer fans, basically. Now, my husband got these for his computer and then ended up swapping them out with a different set. So these were pretty much new, but he did use them for maybe a month at the most. Probably not even that, to be honest. And so we had 0 invested. Essentially, he did buy them, obviously. So at some point we paid for them, but they were used. So they came out of our house. So I posted it on December 9th to all the apps. It sold on eBay on January 19th for $21.95. So I made a profit of $10.09. And so yeah, that's just because they take so high of, well, not sure. I'm not sure what the deal was there. 21. I think I accidentally didn't put the actual price here. We could look it up. Hold on. So I can fix that. So if I go back, go to Oh, I'll have to look it up later. This is taking too long. Okay, I'll go look that one up after the fact. Okay, so then the next item is this Lafayette 148 New York jacket, women's quilted black button, and I put minimalist and size 12. So this is a nice like quilted style, not really a peacoat, but just kind of gives that little bit of a peacoat vibe. And then there's the tag and there's the back. Yeah, it was in excellent condition. And then I just thought, wow, that's kind of a cute jacket when I saw it. So I picked that one up recently. Actually, I picked it up at Goodwill December 3rd. I paid $7.99 just because that one is a better brand. So I did pay up a little bit. And then that one I posted on December 23rd to all 4 apps. It sold on eBay January 19th for $71.10. I made a profit of $51.51. Okay. And then the next item is this vintage Collins and Aikman leopard peacoat faux fur quilted liner and wood button is what I put on here. This was super cute, and I stood in the store going, am I gonna pay for this? But I realized that I'm pretty sure it would sell, and it would sell for I thought a fairly decent amount of money. I thought it was gorgeous, and for the right person, this was gonna look really cute. Such a statement piece, which I think is going to be very popular this coming year, is statement pieces. So this one is definitely that. So this item I picked up at Goodwill during the grand opening near me, and it was on March 28th. I paid I paid $20.79 for the jacket. Posted it on May 8th to Poshmark and eBay. I never got around to Depop and Mercari. I should have, actually, but I don't know why I didn't. And then it sold on Poshmark January 22nd. It sold for $100. I took an offer because I had it posted about 150 or so. And then she offered 100, and I thought about it, and I was like, would I rather just get my money back now so I can reinvest it? The answer is yes. Also, if I wait another month or two, it's less likely to sell because people are more or less looking for spring and summer then, and not necessarily winter. And I'd rather it sell this year than having it taking up space and like not selling. So I went ahead and took it. I thought it was a decent enough offer, and then I made a profit of $58.13. So I got my money back and I made $58.13. So that was pretty good. And then the next item, I just posted these. Olukai Mokupe shoes, Hawaii men's 10, gray beachy slip-on walking, and I put travel. And then these are just a pretty good brand for if you find them in good condition. They had kind of like a leather insole. I took the leather insole out and I washed the shoes in the washing machine. They came out pretty clean. You could still tell there's some wear to them, but overall they were pretty clean. Much better than where I found them when I found them in the bins. But the back flap does this like flip down. So like you can have it like a traditional shoe, or you can like flip it down. So it's kind of cool how they make it to do that. So then it would be more like a slide in essentially. And then they have like a sneaker bottom. And then the top part was kind of like a mesh. I believe it's like a meshy. So it's kind of very beachy sandal shoes, I guess, if you want to call them that. Sandal sneaker shoes. But anyways, I got these at the Goodwill bins December 29th. So my average cost was $2.16 per item. And I posted it on January 20th to all 4 apps, and they sold on eBay 2 days later on January 22nd. And they sold for $34, which is pretty good. I made a profit of $25.49. The next one is this Nanette toddler spring Easter dress, yellow gold, size 2T, and it was new with tags. This item I just thought was super cute, but it came out of the bag sale that I did last February, or the February before. I think it was in 24 actually. Can't believe it's been that long. But super cute dress, perfect for Easter coming up. So it was kid to kid. I picked it up February 17th of 24. And it was the bag sale where you can like stuff as much as you could into one of their bags, and the whole bag was $25. So I just averaged out however many items I could stuff. So my average came to $1.57 per item. And so that's how much I invested, and posted it on Poshmark and eBay February 29th of 24. So it sat for a very long time. Finally sold it on Poshmark January 23rd of 26 this year for $8. So I made $3.32. Still not my lowest sale of the year so far. We've already covered that one a couple weeks ago. Okay, so then the next item is a marine layer women's striped short sleeve shirt dress. I put medium, casual, and nautical, and there's their logo. So this brand can do good. Maybe more of like a standard bread and butter, I guess you could say. Like, you're just going to want to, if you find it, look it up just to verify. It's not terrible sell-through rates, but I went ahead and picked it up. It was the first time I found it, but I've seen a lot of other people talk about this brand, so I kind of knew the brand name, and I thought it was unique enough that I was going to go ahead and pick it up. Also, it was a linen cotton blend, so that was the other reason I picked this one up. This item I picked up on August 18th last year. I paid $5.99. I posted it on September 9th to all 4 apps. It sold on Poshmark January 23rd for $25. So I earned $13.74. So like, for instance, this one, I would have rather picked it up at the bins and paid $2 instead of $6. So like something like the bins, definitely look into, just go ahead and pick it up. I would personally. The next item is Isabel Maternity blue v-neck shirt, elastic waist with tie, peasant sleeve, and I put size large. Anyways, I'm not sure. I guess I did peasant sleeve because it has like the little like cuff thingamajig. Not that I would call that a peasant sleeve anymore, but okay. But anyways, it's just a nice, pretty maternity wear shirt. So this item I actually had forgotten to put on my my spreadsheet when I listed it, so I had to try to go back and figure out like when I bought it. So I figured out when I posted it based on when I took my pictures, and sometimes that happens. It's not as common, but occasionally I have to try to figure out. I did find a couple, my spreadsheet from like back then had a couple of like question marks because I didn't know what it was. And so I just picked one of them. So I picked it up at Goodwill around October 21st of 23 is what I put. I had $1.99 invested, posted it on January 25th to I posted it on January 25th of 24 to Poshmark and eBay, not this year. So 2 years ago. It finally sells on eBay January 22nd of 26, and it sold for $11.76. So I made a profit of $7. I was just glad to see it go. The next item is a Bobby Brooks cardigan, women's small, size 6, beige and tan knit button short sleeve, and I put fall, which probably should have been updated to spring at this point, but it was probably just still on there from the fall season. So there's their tag, and it was 100% acrylic, not the best like material, but the style was kind of cute for somebody that is looking for this sort of thing. I did not pick this up. This came from a donation, but I decided just to go ahead and post it since I had it. So I had $0 invested, posted it on September 21st of 24 to Poshmark and eBay, hence why I put fall in the title, because I posted it in the fall season. And it sold on eBay January 22nd for $8.82. So I did earn $6.26. Again, I wouldn't go pick this one up at the store, but I had it, so why not? This is another one of those items that my husband had, and he pulled it out of some item we had. I don't know, an old computer or something. And it's a G-Skill and a Crucial, 2 different branded DDR3s. They're like memory cards, memory sticks for computers. So, but basically that's what they look like. So nothing to see there other than that. So this, I had $0 invested again. I posted it on October 15th, and it sold on Mercari on January 23rd for $8. So I earned $6.75. And then my last sale, you guys, I just posted. So I've been going through, I am a hoarder of the LPS, Littlest Pet Shops, because my kids played with those when they were little. All my girls are basically young adults now, but they were little kids when the LPSs were super popular. So we had a bunch of them. I have like bunches of bags. I've seen a lot of posts recently. Again, I knew some of them were worth money, but I've seen a lot of posts recently about how some are worth more So I spent like a week and a half going through each one individually and like researching it. And so I pulled the ones that I thought I could either sell individually or in bundles and make decent money out of. And I still have 2 giant bags of the ones that are just less valuable. And those are the ones, because my whole goal was to save them for any future grandchildren to play with. That was like always my thing. I've always said that for years and years. I'm like, I'm not selling our LPS. But I decided to give up some of them because I don't think it really matters for a little kid if they have a valuable one or not. And I'd rather make the money because I need it for bills. So I was like, I'm going to go through. I'm going to make sure I still have a good amount to save for grandchildren. And I do. I have 2 giant Ziploc bags still full of them, of different ones. And I pulled a whole bunch. As you can see, I've got a whole little set right here. I'm not selling them all together. All of these I'm cleaning. So I have cleaning supplies. I've been cleaning them up, but I've already researched all these and they will all be sold either individually or as little sets. I have a couple more right here that I've already cleaned. So I have these 2. I have one that's like a fuzzy one, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of like not one that you can really clean because it's got like fuzzies. So I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this one or not. The stuff's coming off the ear. I might research this one again to see if it was worth trying to sell as is. But either way, I've posted, I think, 3 sets now. This was the first set that I posted, which was these 2, like basically crocodile or alligators. And so I posted them together because they were identical except the colors. And then I did make a note that the lighter green one was modified. Oh, I don't know why these are like not coming through, but the gold areas on this lighter one, it's like painted on gold. That was after the fact. This is not the way it originally came, and somebody might be able to clean that off, but it's also pretty cute. So I did make a note right here that the lighter green modified with gold glitter accents on its snout, tail, and feet. So I did make a note that it had been modified from the original version. I posted these 2 for $75. Because one, like just one, this darker green one sells for around 40-ish by itself. So I decided, since I had both, to put them together and then post them for almost double that. And I did get an offer on Depop, and I had them at 75 and she offered 50. So I posted it on January 22nd. I instantly had a few people already liking them, the postings, and I did post it on all 4 apps. And so this gal, though, she offered me 50. I countered to 65 and she countered to 55. And then I thought about it and I was like, I don't really have any, like, I didn't go invest money on it. So I went ahead and took that offer because, one, it's on Depop. So my sales fee was pretty low, which I was really happy about. So I went ahead and just did that because to me, it makes more sense to sell it on Depop than anywhere else. And I'd rather it sell there because if somebody snatched it off like Poshmark, for instance, the fees would have been astronomical and I probably would have earned way less than countering her another $5. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. So I accepted it and it gave me a profit of $52.38. And so that was the last item for week 3, you guys. Okay, and then now my new total so far for the month of January, as of week 3, my new net profit comes to $7.72 and thank God, because I really need that money for bills. But anyways, yes, it goes back into my business. I reinvest in apps like Nifty. If you want to sign up to be or to use the Nifty app, it makes cross-listing much easier. And I like it because I can put little notes and I have all my stuff. Here, I'm going to show you. So like, if you haven't seen Nifty, it's pretty cool. So like, this is where they, you can set up your shares and relist. So it'll share on Poshmark for you. It'll follow people and unfollow people and all of that. It can send out your offers to your likers on Poshmark. And the same thing for eBay. It does offers to likers and it recreates stuff every day. So like you can set the parameters, like I want it to basically delete your listing and repost it so you get fresh views and you can set however many days when you want that to happen. So like when an item reaches, like say you set it for 60 days, when an item reaches 60 days or whatever, it's going to delete the listing and repost it as a brand new listing. And that gets new people to look at it. And then it does that with all of my apps. So it does it for Mercari, Depop. So anyways, and you can kind of update your settings to however many days and how many minutes after somebody likes an item you want it to send the offer. Like you can control all of that, which is really nice. It gives you analytics, which I haven't been able to go through all of my items yet. So I don't have them all completely up to date yet. But you can put in your cost of goods, all of it, like, so you can have it all eventually in one place, which is great. And then inventory is here. So this is kind of what your inventory sheet looks like. So like I just listed the Eileen Fisher sweater. It's a merino wool light thin sweater. So I thought that would be great though for Valentine's. So I just got that one and these three posted because they were all like Valentine's colors. So out of my like bins trips and all my recent thrift hauls, I tried to get the ones that might, you know, winter stuff and stuff like Valentine's-y I wanted to get first, and like anything like that, I'm going to try to get that posted first and then I'll get the others. So anyways, when you have it posted, this is what it looks like. It says listed, 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 listed. And I can click the arrow, like I can click this and I can click view listing, and it's going to bring me to my listing on eBay right here. And I can do that. Oops. I can do that for every single one of these. I can go look at the listing on the app if I want. I can modify. This is how you can like edit the item, and you can edit all of them at the same time. I can copy it if I want to duplicate it. I can delist it if I want to delist it. In my private notes, I put the size of the box. That's my own personal notes that I do, is I put the size of the box that like this one I did a 13 by 10 by 1, which is just a standard mailer. So I just tell myself, oh, it's thin enough and small enough that it's going to go in this. And then I have my own like little personal SKU system that I use. Essentially, I just do the date that I posted it. So I posted this one on January 23rd of 26. I put the box that I put it in, which was box 30. And then if I do multiple items in the box that day that I post it, so it's 01, 02, 03. So if I put 3 items in box 30 on this listed on the same day, then I would do that. But anyways, it's just a way that I can look at my little SKU and go, oh, it's in box 30, and I can go pull it. I don't have to go like search my spreadsheet or anything, but I can, because I keep it all in my spreadsheets too. Well, not this one, but my real one. And then when it sells, it delists it right here. So like this Littlest Pet Shops, which is going to be on my next week 4, it just sold. It just delisted it off Depop, Poshmark, and eBay for me. So if I'm sleeping in the middle of the night and it sells, it's going to go delist it off the other apps so that it doesn't duplicate sell, hopefully. Unless 2 people like hit sale, purchase at the same exact time, and it might be like, I mean, that would be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, it just delists it within a few minutes off all the other apps, which is really nice. So, and then this is where it just shows you all your sales. So it's pretty cool. I like this app so far. It does everything. I haven't used the bulk generate yet. I guess if I was doing this full time and doing like 30 a day, I would try it. But I do add item, and then like you would just click add item. It brings up a blank sheet like this, and you can select. These are the apps that I have linked. So Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Depop, and Etsy. Etsy, I only do certain vintage items, and because they charge a monthly fee for each item you have posted, I only do them if they're expensive items, and like if it's going to be like a 30, 40, 50 or more dollar sale item. And then of course it has to be vintage. If it's clothing anyways, it has to be vintage. Well, really, because you can't just sell anything on Etsy. So if I have like a vintage clothing item, like the little sailor dress, that's definitely vintage. So that one was posted on Etsy as well. But if you don't want to post something to Etsy, you just click this, unselect it, and it deselects it. And then here you just click this and upload your pictures wherever they are. And then once that pictures are loaded, you can click generate listing, which this would pop up with AI, and it just generates like all this stuff for me. And then all I do is just make sure I go back through, adjust any title, descriptions, categories. I really read through everything just to make sure it's accurate, because AI is not perfect. And I like it a certain way. So I just go back through and look at every single thing on my own, make sure that the dimensions and what shipping on eBay, especially, I'm careful with that. So like I have my policies and everything set up. And then, yeah, and you just go all the way through it, and then you literally just hit list, and it pops up, it lists them all on all the apps. So it's very convenient, you guys. If you are interested in Nifty, I do have an affiliate link in my description box below the video. So you could just copy that and put it in your browser and use it if you want to use it, because it does help me out and it helps you out. So I appreciate it if you do that, if you're going to join Nifty. And that wasn't supposed to be like a little thing, but I just thought I would tell you about it because I really like it. It makes it super easy and convenient, in my business anyways. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so that's it for this video. I'm going to stop rambling because I rambled for 5 minutes, but if you watched all that, fabulous. But anyways, thank you so much. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.